I think it really depends on sort of what story about Uber you believe. Do you believe the story that they, in the future, will have autonomous vehicles and delivery robots making all of their money for them and won't have drivers to pay anymore, and so that's how they'll become profitable? Or do you sort of believe sort of the more bearish story about Uber, which is that they're massively unprofitable, there's really no path to profitability, and we really can't trust the things that their executives say because the technology isn't there, won't be there for decades to supply them with these autonomous vehicles. And so we really have to look at sort of the present day picture, which is, as you can see by these numbers today, extremely grim.
No, financially speaking, I am curious, Andrew, we've seen them unveil a lot of new types of services. I don't even know exactly how to describe them, but when you open the app now, there's a lot of different options for using Uber, different kinds of Ubers, different preferences. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's an incredibly crowded app. It's funny because they went through a long process of trying to sort of streamline the app over the years, and now it's gotten to be incredibly crowded again. You have sort of the core ride-hailing service, which is UberX. You got Uber Black for the premium, and now you've got all these other sort of options, which is scooters and bikes in a lot of markets that they operate in. And that sort of goes towards Uber's ultimate goal, which is to become this one-stop shop for transportation, all sort of ways that you want to get around town. Do you want to take a car? Do you want to take an SUV? Maybe you want to take a bike or a scooter, or perhaps even public transportation. They've rolled out a new service in Denver where they're providing ways for people to buy tickets onto Denver's public transportation service.
Interesting, because, Steve, Google Maps does a pretty good job already of telling you, hey, this is the next bus that's coming if you want to go this way. So they're going to knock heads there. Also, interesting announcement this week is that Uber's going to kick people off of the platform.
Yeah, I'm worried about this.
If their ratings are low enough. Well, how bad are you in an Uber?
My rating, I'm a 4.63, and I think 4.6 is the threshold, and I'm asking myself.
No, it's not. 4.6
that's what I heard at least.
Threshold?
Yeah, and so I'm really worried that I'm going to be booted off this.
Oh, I didn't even check. I just assumed you had to be a two-star kind of person.
No.
Why would they even be close to pushing people off who use the platform?
I think it's better for their drivers, right? If you have someone in there who's acting up on a consistent basis, they want their drivers to be just as happy as their riders. So that's probably what it is about. But I've gotten so much advice on Twitter about how to be a better rider. Don't slam the door, be nice. And it's tough. I'm really worried now.
I'm gonna if that's true, we'll have to look into that. If 4.6 is anywhere close, I'm definitely gonna
have to check. That's the rumor, at least. They won't say, but that's the rumor.
Exactly. So what about Uber Eats separately, which is kind of the big topic of growth and conversation, but how well is that doing? How much clarity are we going to get?
Yeah, what I'm really interested in is the take rate. So they take off like all the money that they pay to the drivers and to the delivery people. But with Uber Eats, they're paying not only delivery people, they're paying the restaurants as well. So their take rate percentage is a lot lower with Uber Eats. And they've even said in their filings ahead of their IPO that as they're expanding and opening more restaurants, they're losing more and more money. And that take rate looks worse and worse as Uber Eats continues to grow.